Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Rom Wills back at you with yet another car video. Rom Cerebral Side. You know what? I had somebody on it was on one of my videos because I see all my comments. It said, Rom, I never hear you talk about intelligence. Doesn't intelligence matter? So I gave the gentleman a link to my Deep Thought channel. And, trust me, any detractors out there, shit gets back to me. But since I don't want to put anybody on suicide watch, because I can be cold-blooded about some things, I really let a lot of shit just slide. But I want to address that, the cerebral side, because, people hear me talk about body game. And, well, that's just a reality out here. I'm telling people the real, but Rom ain't a one-trick pony. Like I said in a car video yesterday, Rom, you got letters after his name, and Rom, been smart all his life. In grade school, I could read on a graduate school level. So that math thing, though, I couldn't get past math past counting my money. And I'll get into that money thing in a second. But the gentleman asked, I gave him my channel. I gave him my Deep Thought channel. In fact, I remember a woman tried to talk some shit like on one of my videos about a year or so ago, and say, well, why don't you talk about men making money or whatever, education. I gave him a shoot. I gave him my Deep Thought channel link and my business channel link. And I said, hey, we can debate any subject. You pick a subject, we can debate it. Needs to say I ain't hear from the young lady again. But as far as my cerebral side, I don't really, see, one of the things I do, this channel is focused on masculine self-development. Like, anybody can pick up a book and read it, but when I'm talking about like body game and stuff, it's more than just getting a woman. I mean, the body is the vehicle through which a man operates. And then there's also health issues and everything. So I might focus on that more, or, talk about men get women on this channel. But I remember I was like, well, I'm a person who read. I mean, if you go to my Deep Thought channel, and the link is in the description box, all my channels are linked in the description box. If you look at the channel cover, you see just one shelf of the books I've read, some of my deeper stuff. In fact, I thought about doing a video showing like some of the stuff I read. I'm that type of cat. I read everything from comic books to the meta-netta, like some Rosicrucian type of books and stuff, And that's just me. Because, I did a podcast today, of course, talking about brains and brawn. I can't say something and don't practice it myself. And that's always been me. In fact, if I had my druthers, when I get tired of talking about relationships, I'll probably keep the Deep Thought channel going forever, philosophy. Because if you go on there, anybody who follows me on there my main thing is to get you to think about things. So I'll hit everything. I'll be getting into some metaphysics, a little bit of religion, energy, just some stuff happening in the everyday world. Just some stuff just dealing with common sense sometimes. Because the mind, that's the most important thing anyway. Because from the mind stems everything. If you're going to work out, still got to have a mindset to work out. I got a video coming tomorrow. I'll talk about the mindset, having a mindset for defending yourself. And, that I separated it, just because it's a different energy. Because anybody who's listened to that channel, my Deep Thought channel, I even got different music on the channel. I mean, I got the jazz openings, I love that, but also I got like kind of that soft music. I even talk differently on that channel. I don't even curse. Y'all know I be cursing up a storm on here. Y'all be thinking, damn, I don't got any class. But then you listen to that, it's like listening to a different person. It's just different energy. In fact, I thought about it. I mentioned it on here. I might do a politics channel. I might do a politics channel when the primary season starts. Because right now, politically, it's a bunch of bullshit now. Everybody maneuvering, and the Democrats, for a group who want to beat Trump, they acting awfully stupid. But I'll save that for some political discussion. Because I even said before, if I get tired of doing this, I can just pick up the phone. I could work for a political, one of those political type of firms or something. Political intelligence type of firms. But it's a well-rounded person and stuff, and I just keep shit separate. You know, I don't want to, it's not the same vibe if I'm talking about how to get a woman to back it up one day on this channel, and then talk about epigenetics the next day. The energy just ain't there. If you don't know what epigenetics is, you understand why I don't really discuss it here, but I'm likely to discuss it on my Deep Thought channel, or a lot of stuff. Now, I did some deep stuff on this channel, but those are usually my paid videos, and those were related to relationships. And there's, of course, the reality that politics and relationships are related. But I said, let me keep it separate. Let me take two different energies and stuff. And that's not just for the Deep Thought channel. My business channel. Now, it's funny with my business channel. We're talking all this stuff about all the problems especially in the black community, but a significant amount of it is economic. Also the mental aspect. But like I said, I got something separate for that. And even on my business channel, it's more about the mindset to really be in business and be entrepreneurial. Because a lot of times people get some technical information on how to start a business, which nowadays you can just find a website, push some buttons, they set up the LLC for you and everything. But, I get more into the mindset of it, like the mindset you got to have when you got to sleep on an air mattress for a couple years because you're getting your business together. Or finding all the discount food places. Or sacrificing, or having that ability to push through when something goes wrong. And something will. There's quite a few memes I've seen pointed out. Success in business especially, really life, ain't a straight line. Wish it was. It's like a curving line and it's dipping back. You have low points. Or another meme, and like it talk about showing iceberg, and the top of it is success, but the bottom part is big, all the other stuff. That's more like my business channel. But those are my more cerebral things, though. Those more my cerebral things. And I think one of the mistakes men and women make, people make, they'll see somebody, they'll say, oh, he all big, and he must be, like I talked about in my brains and brawn thing, people try to separate it. Like, okay, well, this person all scrawny or something, he's supposed to, he's supposed to be more intelligent. And then somebody who got big, they lifting and all of that stuff, they supposed to be more brawn. And, that's my whole Genius Bruiser thing. It's like, man, motherfucker, still can read. Shit. You got a lot of cats like that. You don't have to separate the two. And, that was my thing with the Deep Thought. Like I said, if I had my druthers, I would just do my Deep Thought thing. And that's the thing. That's the thing to get my attention. Even with when I'm dealing with women. But women want to get my attention, really? She need to hit me with something deep. I need to think there's something upstairs with her. I don't care how big a bad ass is or something. If you can hit me with some intelligent stuff. And I got a couple women I'll just talk to, and they'll just like make love up here. Ain't nothing physical. Shoot, hadn't even met a couple of them in person. But, talk to them. They lace me with some knowledge or give me something to think about, do some stimulating conversation. Good Lord. People stupid as fuck. Another accident. Oh, that's another thing too, because when I be driving and stuff, I've got to pay attention to the road, so I'll be passing deers, accidents, everything. Everybody rushing to work. Get up earlier. But when I do my deep thought stuff, that's like totally flow. Anybody know it? It's just a total flow of consciousness. And I like that. It's like I'm channeling something. I'm just letting that shit just flow. Like deep thought, I can just write down. I don't even have to think about it. I just write down a title. Have no idea what I'm going to say, and then I'm just flowing with it. I can even listen. Hey, listen to how I speak on there and everything. You would think I'm reading something sometime. But, like what I do on here is just say whatever. I'm just like we just out talking or something at a barbershop. And, that's very important for me, period. And it's like, I'm sharing that because sometimes people, I'm going to tell you what with some people. They look for an advantage over someone else. So they'll say, well, he all big, he this and that. And, well, I must be smarter. But yet, if I sat down with anyone and took an IQ test, or we started, okay, let's get into a public debate in front of people, or it's like, let's compare a reading list, it'd be a different story. It'll be a different story, but that ain't even it. It's like, and honestly, I don't really promote like my business channel and my Deep Thought channel. In fact, shout out O'Shea Jackson. He'll promote my business channel more than I do. Because my thing is, I got it in, everybody seemed to find my books in the description box and my other stuff without me really promoting it. And definitely some of the people who find my donation button. So my favorite thing is, if you're going to find it, because on the energetic, spiritual perspective, I figure the person who's looking for something, they're gonna find what they're looking for. Because I'm also that type of person. Yeah, I can get deep on some stuff, but I don't like casting pearls before swine. Everybody ain't gonna get it, and I don't like forcing people to try to get it. But yeah, that's my more cerebral side of things. If you want to see it. If not, we can be on here talking about breasts and butt dunks. And I don't know about that. I mentioned a political thing. Like I said, I'm waiting to primary season because right now, the shit don't really count. I'm just saying this from a political perspective. You can have all the polls and everything you want, but shit don't really count to me until people actually voting. Because everything is shift right then. That first primary or caucus, which... Let me give you a preview of what I would talk about on the caucus night. I don't see the purpose of it. Because really, the people who win a caucus, the candidates who win a caucus, they just got a better organized field officers. Seriously, they just get more people and stuff, It's like who gonna show up to the caucus? It should just all 50 states should really just vote. Seriously, I think that's a better system. You get a better idea of something. Caucuses require somebody to actually show up to some shit, be hanging around, and a whole bunch of other shit that might not be really reflective of what a particular place thinks or how they really feel about a particular candidate, as a whole. But yeah, I'll say shit like that for if I do a political channel. If I'm gonna emphasize if, because despite what some people think, I actually do have business outside of YouTube. And I don't even tell everything I do. Everything I do ain't listed on my website. So business wise, you would have to dig deep to find what I do. It's called holding companies. So anyway, that's it for today, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.